Hi, my name is Phylicia Corlette, and this is my prompt 1 for ECED 6249, and this topic is phonemic awareness. The standard that I chose for this lesson was to know and apply grade level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words, and the substandard for this is decode regularly spelled one word, one syllable words. Student goals and teacher background knowledge. Student goals. Students will be able to identify one syllable decodable word. Students will be able to decode and recognize words. Teacher background. The teacher will aid students in being able to recognize and decode words. The teacher will utilize various strategies to aid students in understanding and meeting their goals. The teacher will also conduct various activities to ensure students are learning the skill in order to be successful independently. Differentiation. The definition of differentiation is best described as a teaching strategy that uses a variety of techniques and adaptations that are made by educators to ensure the diverse needs of all students are being met within the same classroom. Differentiation is an attempt to address the variations of learners in the classroom through multiple approaches that modify instruction and curriculum to match the individual needs of the students, and I found that in an article. And the importance of differentiation is to differentiate within a classroom so that all students can meet their needs adequately and for the learning to take place. All students are different and have different abilities. With that comes the need to meet content, instruction, and assessments to students' interests and needs as it relates to them learning within the classroom. Differentiation continued. Differentiation within my classroom varies. Some ways in which I differentiate is incorporating the following: small groups of students, scaffolding, ongoing assessments, varying content, and these are just a few of the ways to ensure that the students in my classroom are set up for success within their learning. PCK, pedagogy content knowledge. The definition of this is the understanding of subject matter as it relates to the teaching strategies utilized to ensure adequate understanding takes place. PCK connects the differentiation as it is the understanding of content, curriculum, students, and instructional strategies needed to be known in order to effectively plan those lessons for students. PCK continued. Some examples of that within my classroom include the following: the utilization of teacher resources, materials that help to support student learning and enhance their understanding, as well as modeling instruction. Instructional approaches. The first approach that I used was modeling. The definition of modeling is the demonstration by a teacher of a concept or skill for students to observe or replicate. Modeling is one of the most effective modes of learning of any new skill or knowledge. That was found in an article. Rationales. This approach is beneficial to all learners as it provides clear expectations of what is expected when learning concepts or skills. This allows students to be set up for success. This allows students to ask any questions that they may have during the time to help further their learning and understanding. Classroom approaches. Allowing students to utilize the benefits of modeling, such as working independently to complete skills or concepts learned. Showcasing expectations is a great way for students to realize what is expected of them. Classroom instructions. The teacher will model decoding of words before providing students the opportunity to do so independently. This is allowing the students to showcase what they know and how to model it so that they can do so independently. This here is the evidence for my modeling approach. As you see here in the picture, the teacher had the standards, the teacher had the information in this book that I was able to utilize to help when modeling. So I was able to give students their expectations and what was expected of them. And then in this word map, drew a blank. Word map, I was able to decode the word top And as you can see in those blocks, each word goes into its own block, so then you can help the students blend to sound out that word as well. And then I wrote that word on the line, and then from there, as you will see in a few slides, the students were able to do so independently. Instructional approaches, hands-on learning. The definition for this is learning that takes place with the allowance of the opportunity to utilize manipulatives to showcase their learning. As the students become familiar with the subject they are learning, they begin to make decisions requiring less teacher support and allowing more interactive learning experiences to occur. Rationales provide students the opportunity to utilize a combination of strategies to learn, and students are able to use manipulatives to showcase interactive learning. Some classroom approaches, giving students an opportunity to showcase their learning with the use of manipulative skills and strategies. And then classroom instructions, the students will utilize manipulatives to showcase their learning in hands-on activities. And this also allows you to see their knowledge of the concept learned. In this next slide, you will see my evidence for approach 2. As you can see here, you have what I modeled for them, and then the students are modeling independently. Prepare learning opportunities, students learning and behavior management. There are a variety of students on different academic levels, and they may fall under the following: high-level learners, low-level learners, beginner learners, etc. High-level learners tend to need more advanced instruction to facilitate their learning. Low-level learners may need more assistance, tools, and differentiated instruction to ensure that they are learning adequately. And in order to ensure that student behaviors are in check while learning, it is important to ensure that clear expectations are set from the beginning of the lesson, and therefore the students know what is expected and how to plan accordingly when they are in the classroom. Reflections on this lesson. Some strengths that I noted were the approaches used allowed for the fostering of student learning within the classroom environment, was beneficial for them, and the given clear expectations, as well as ensuring that the understanding of the content and skill learned took place. Needs of improvement. Ensure that the independent learning is effective as group learning. Working on ensuring that cross-curricular is taking place to create more understanding within their learning. And justification of evidence. The evidence provides a clear model of learning that takes place and showcases the approaches spoken about. The evidence showcases learning taking place. Materials utilized were word maps, the CVC words as you saw, the learning targets, the books as you saw, and then we used dry erase markers on those word maps. And then these were my references. Thank you.